Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Ordinal ecosystem. What is up, guys? We have an amazing show for you guys today. We have Bean, the co-founder of the Base Artist. He's so much more than that, though. He's an artist. He's an entrepreneur. He is a good dear friend of ours and amazing person. So what Base Artist is? It's just a group of people who when because me and Yagobi, we are a part of the base community, and when we joined, we thought it was just an alpha group, but it ended up being so much more than that I was not expecting. It's more of like an incubator for people, so it's like it's weird. Like you got guys like hype in there who's like just like at the time he just started, he was like this kid, and kind of base really like wrapped their arms around him and created this monster of a dev now, and it's absolutely amazing to see. And they did that with so many different people, and even us, man. I mean, I think we joined base at like 600, and 600 subs, and they really pushed us to where we're at today. And it's absolutely amazing what these guys are doing, and definitely get excited to talk to Bean. But without further ado, let's get the show started. Let me bring in my partner, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What is up? What is up? We got Bean in the house.
So we got the base, the co-founder of base here, man. So what are you thinking?
I'm excited, dude, because I love Bean, man. He's awesome. He is very good at being a leader, in my opinion, and just kind of curating a strong group of creators is
Yep.
what I'll call them. Because some are Devin, some are just doing art, and some are just really good at being a part of a community.
Yep.
You know, and it's not easy to keep build a group first of all in a slow period like a
Yeah.
bear market, and then it's even harder to maintain that energy.
Yeah.
So what we watched while we were building our show was him continually keeping this group alive and thriving and stuff. So it
Yep.
was awesome to watch, and I'm glad that we got to know him, and we can call him a friend. So
Yeah. And that was the best part because it was complete bear market, right? But you had guys like Block in there, guys like Eric in there, and like, so many more, J25, Hype, just so many people. And it was weird because it didn't feel like a bear market to the base community. It
yeah.
felt like it was like a rapid, like we felt the bull market before it came, just because it was just us and we were vibing. And that's one thing I'm afraid of going forward is like, we're going to get a whole bunch of these new people coming in, and it's going to mess that up a little bit, but I think the base community is strong enough to bring in more people and still be that rock.
Yeah, well, I think it's gonna be because you have the experienced OGs, right? Like that
Yeah.
are gonna be able to tell, hey, this guy came out of left field. He's
Yep.
kind of there's some red flags or something. So, I just think experience is really what's gonna help with that, and most of those guys have that.
100%. So without further ado, let's bring them in.
Let's do it.
The co-founder of the based artist, Mr. Bean. What's up, buddy?
What up, fam? Thank you for inviting me onto the show. Yeah, I know I've been delaying it for a while, but it's finally great to be here and yeah, and talk about bass with you guys and what we've been doing as a community and how we've been growing and actually, I think you said it best, incubating a lot of artists, builders, and creators in the ordinal space. And yeah, it's been some exciting times lately, and I'm ready to talk about it. And I don't know how you guys want to go about it first. To be honest, I'm not really.
No,
I'm
dude,
kind of
it's all
new to
good.
these shows, but if you want me to talk about how I kind of started Faced
Yeah.
and
So
what, or kind of
yeah,
start talking about me, whatever is good with you guys.
let's start off how we always start. We always start like so in this space, it's about projects. We'll definitely get into that, but we definitely like to get into the person. If you can try to take as far back as possible and kind of lead us up to your crypto journey, that would be amazing.
Yeah, man. I mean, obviously, my opportunity came, I would say, with Dogecoin. Back in the day, a lot of people, obviously, they were not really, into crypto, but because of Elon Musk's influence and involvement in it, it kind of opened up a lot of uh, eyes for people to getting into the crypto space. And we all remember when when Saturday Night Live, went hit, and Doge hit those all-time highs. It created a lot of hype and generated a lot of interest, and kind of started like a really a bit bull market back then. So yeah, that's when I really kind of focused on crypto, and I was able to take some profits and look to reinvest here and there, and obviously got into Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I was, to be honest, more of a trader back then. I didn't really look at the NFT markets or art markets to really kind of grow within that space. To be honest, I was primarily educating people on how to trade, and and how to risk, um, you know, basically risk management in trading, and things like that. So, but as time went along, I got involved with the arts. One of the artists that really intrigued me into crypto was Jack Butcher and Chex, and that was really what got me started on into my journey with crypto and art, actually, and kind of intrigued, well, garnered my interest on what I could possibly do in the space, and throughout that time, I was actually just sitting quietly, listening to artists, builders, and creators in the spaces. Back then, it was Twitter, obviously. You obviously see a lot of the difficulties of some of these artists, builders, and creators to gain visibility and a platform. And actually, when I heard about ordinals on Bitcoin, I thought it was like, yeah, whatever, it's just probably another whatever type thing. But my friend really broke it down to me and helped me understand the immutability aspect of it on Bitcoin, and I was able to really look at it from there and say, hey, wow, you don't need a server to actually host these things. You can just put it right onto the chain and not have to worry about censorship or anything like that. So it's kind of like a free for all, but also I looked at it as a way to kind of preserve moments in my time, to like use it as a file storage system for myself too. Even though it's public data, it's still a good way to put things that are important to you to preserve them. So yeah, I actually fell in love with the Bitcoin punk because I always wanted a crypto punk. I think that was everyone's goal to get one of those grails, but obviously, the price point was was a little far fetched. So I actually bought a Bitcoin punk. I'm proud of it. I still hold on to it today. It's still one of my favorite ordinals on BTC. And it's an under 35K ordinal also. So
Nice.
yeah, definitely proud owner of it. And yeah, I got into other projects, supported them, and along the way, obviously, as the market grows bigger and bigger, you have your influencers, and you have people that are actually trying to make it out there. And I just saw that there wasn't a lot of opportunity given to other people, and that's actually how I started. Well, that's how Based was born, and
Yeah.
Based
Well,
was
real quick,
Oh, go
I
ahead.
don't mean to cut you off. Before we get into base, can you take us back to let's just say, what were you doing before December, before ordinals became a thing? And can you kind of like the first time you heard ordinals and kind of lead us up until there?
Yeah, actually, well, I was actually trading, leverage trading, educating traders on risk management, and
Yeah.
basically, sharing technical analysis. Actually, I used to trade with the moon and stuff like that. So help people understand the moon phases and trading in that aspect. But
Interesting.
what got me into ordinals was basically Bitcoin punks. My
Okay.
friend telling me the immutability aspect of it, and basically understanding what a digital artifact was. And to be honest, it took me like 2 or 3 weeks to really understand and grasp the idea, because who would have ever thought that you could put um art on Bitcoin. I thought it was, to be honest, bullshit until I said, oh shit, it's actually being done. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And the cost was cheap, to be honest, back then. I mean, you could get HD images, for 20 to $50, to be very transparent. I actually remember using Gamma. They were actually have a great UI and user experience. Minting and scripting some of the images that I had, and basically that's how I got started, man. And I actually got involved with a few projects early on, and helped them out, and really, like I said, fell in love with the whole digital art aspect, and creating preserved, pieces of work onto the blockchain. So, and I myself, growing up, to be honest, because we haven't really talked about this, I studied art, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, I was actually, a photographer. I studied it for about a couple years. I concentrated on black and white photography, and you can see in the base logo that the two colors are black and white, which are actually two of my favorite colors. But yeah, and I actually continued to basically study art along the way, but in different aspects. I started to do a little bit of graffiti. I also actually basically I did streetwear, and that's where I kind of fell in line with fashion also. And actually I got into a fashion school, but I decided to kind of sway from those things and focus on other things in my life, because I didn't think at that time that that was really the direction that I wanted to go. But later on in life, after kind of exposing myself to, I would say other aspects of art, in terms of, creating custom sneakers for fashion, for private clients that I do have, that kind of brought that whole love back for it again. And, I brought out the pad, and just really started to draw again. And then, like I said, because I love black and white, so much, Jack Butcher really hit me hard. And I really fell in love with that checks movement, to be honest. And, I really was looking to actually, hey, how can I impact myself into this market also? But because, like I said, ETH before, there's so much competition to create visibility for yourself. It's just not there unless you have the right network and the right connections. And so, I kind of sat back, and like I said before, my friend got me into Ordinals through Bitcoin Punks and through other few projects, and really, grasp that aspect of, a digital
Isn't
artifact.
that crazy though? Like how like Bitcoin out of everything gave a lot of us actually an opportunity to make our mark. Because like I would think that like Bitcoin's like the most recognized brand. Like, did you feel, obviously you came through and you built this community, but did you feel like this is my shot, this is my opportunity?
I never felt that way, to be honest. You know, uh, I looked at it as a way to build together with other people, because it was so new and fresh. I just looked at it as a really a big opportunity for anyone. And when you're building on something so new, to do it all by yourself, it's not an easy task. And I'll be transparent. I don't have all the skills, or all the I would say the brains to do everything, and you need to really work with people and build a team. And I realized that early on, and obviously we have our in real life jobs too, and families, and also, and to really build something special, I mean, you can't do that by yourself, and everybody
100%.
knows that.
100%.
So that's actually kind of how base started. To now to kind of get into base a little bit is
Definitely.
I actually started to host spaces because like I said before, in the market there was a lot of times where people weren't given a platform or the visibility in certain spaces to show who they were, and that what they could build and create. And so I started to host my spaces, and slowly from there, I was able to meet a great group of people, and as I was meeting all these people, I realized that they all brought different aspects to the table. And I said, how can I build a community that can take advantage of all these people? And I said to myself, yes, I think I found something. And what I'm going to do is what I've been doing best so far is through hosting these spaces is supporting these guys. So I thought to myself, let's create a community of artists, builders, and creators where we can come together and really collaborate and talk about what's going on in the market, what's needed, and what we can actually do to help improve it. So that's how base got started.
Gotcha.
And from there, we've seen a lot of members come in, and excuse me, I'm going to take a drink of water.
Yep.
All right.
And really, we were able to work together and teach each other, learn and understand, how to really understand the market, but also understand the people within it and how to work together to create um, a vibe that can really help the market thrive. And I think so far, um, we've been able to, do something good for the market because, the family's been working really hard. And, I just, I'm actually I feel very blessed that I can meet these people um, because they've actually helped me improve myself and made me who I am today, and they've made what based is what it is,
Yeah.
and we've become actually a really, I would say, a powerhouse community in the ordinal market today.
Yeah. No doubt, for
No doubt
sure.
about it, yeah.
100%. Hey, real quick. So, we all went through this bear market with ordinals. Some of these project founders, they hung on for a little bit, and then they just cut their losses in their mind and said, okay, I got to go. And then now they're back, right? So now that's bullish. But during the tough times, did you ever feel like, oh, man, is this worth it? Like, you know, did you ever get that feeling of kind of despair?
To be honest, I didn't. Um, I knew from the beginning that there were going to be a lot of ups and downs because it was such a new market. And we know that with anything that you build from the beginning, that nothing is going to work right away. Obviously, we had that massive push where, we had, everyone come in and all of a sudden leave. But um, I think it was I'm grateful for the tough times because
Hmm.
that's who you find out who the real people are.
Yeah.
And like you guys said before, during the bear market, our community acted as if it didn't even exist. Because we're we're it, we were all so excited to have the opportunity to build on it, while it's so
Yeah.
fresh.
Yeah.
And when you're learning constantly every day, it keeps you engaged. And when you're with a like-minded group of people, it keeps your mission and your passion really going. And that desire to really succeed and build something in the special in the market just hits you more and more. And the base community, every morning, everyone is welcoming each other. you know, just encouraging each other, and
Yeah.
to have that kind of atmosphere during a bear market where everyone else is discouraged and kind of beaten up by, you know, all the shit that's going on. Excuse me for swearing. Um, it's fucking awesome, you know.
Yeah.
You really can't explain it because it just pushes you harder, you know,
Yeah.
and it challenges you more, and it kind of builds your character and shows you what how much you can push yourself with the group of individuals that are pushing themselves even harder every day.
Yeah.
And
100%.
these guys are relentless, you know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of guys say like, oh, Bean, you're the leader, but they're leaders in my eyes too, because
Yeah.
they inspire me every day. You guys inspire me every day with how you're leading the market and also giving visibility and exposure through media platforms. You know, obviously I do it a little bit differently. You know, I'm just on spaces and, you know, just, you know, trying to give people the mic to talk, you know, like a live
Yeah.
stage. And you know, we actually, you know, our family has been able to kind of take over what I kind of started in terms of giving that platform, and they've been able to you know, give it a 24/7 you know, live space and support desk, the Ordinal support desk.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's
Yeah.
so crazy. It's like literally like some sort of like corporation support desk, you know, that, but that's always open. That's
But
awesome.
yeah, no, it's great, man, and that's what keeps us going. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
and
my biggest takeaway was when I first got it, like I got into Ordinals back in like June or whatever. I was always looking for something to listen at work that was Ordinals, because I got tired of like the Eve stuff, and I just didn't want to listen to that no more. And so I started like looking for stuff, and it was your show. I think it was was it Ordinals Coffee or Crypto Coffee?
Ordinal
And
coffee, yes.
yeah.
Ordinal Coffee. So I came across that, and I'm listening every day while I'm working. And you guys, it's just fun, you know. It's like exciting. Like you guys are like talking crap on each other. It's like, you know what I mean. I'm from Philly, so it's like that's what we do here. You know, we always just like talk shit on each other, and it's like so. I was getting those vibes, and it was awesome. And then you guys started talking about bass and bass this and bass that, and I was like, I want in. I don't know what this is. I don't know what it is, but I just know that I won in this. And I tried my hardest to get in. I got faded because you guys were just a tight knit community at the time and wasn't really letting a lot of people in, especially newcomers like me. And it felt thing. And then one day Eric put me in the base chat, which is amazing for alpha and all that stuff. And then I got told it was token gated. So then I was like, all right, well, I gotta get me a token. So you helped me out with that, and that was amazing. But like the group, and it's just been such a great time, and it was like one of the biggest discoveries that I had was going into Ordinals Coffee.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. I really like how you emphasize, like, you know, the vibe aspect of it, because I thought that's the most important thing about our community. We're not there to make money or, you know, fucking build like rug projects. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, we're there to build something special, but, you know, we're also there to hang out. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? The vibe is, you know, it's more of like a friendship, brotherhood, sisterhood type vibe that we've actually built in the community. And it's fucking awesome. You know, you come in every day knowing that you have a friend, you know what I'm saying? And you don't have to worry about getting, you know, screwed over by that, you know, by your community or anyone in it, because people are so close with each other, and you know, and open with one another, that there's no worry. You feel comfortable with being who you are and what you bring to the table.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about the guys and the girls in our community, is they're not afraid to be who they are. And you know, even though, you know, a lot of people are on, well, most of the shows, they only show up when they want to talk about stuff, you know what I'm saying, the
Yeah.
market or what they're building. It's all built around something.
Yeah.
But these guys come in and they're just here to hang out, talk about life also, but also talk about building at the same time. And that makes, you know, that so much more special in terms of the building aspect too. and to have kind of, you know, a Web3 friend, you know, because we're always searching for people with similarities in real life anyways, and to
Yep.
have that and feel like an actual friendship with them, bro, that's worth more than like 3 or 4 BTC. Like, I don't care what people say. I rather have my friends, my brothers, my sisters from based over, you know, 5 or 6 BTC any day, because what we can do together, we can do so much more than that. And, you know, you've seen what we've been able to do. So,
Yeah, for sure. And you know, I agree with you. Like, that's the base chat, right? Everybody is who they are, and but with that can come, you know, different personalities that might clash every once in a while. But that's just life, right? And so, how do you handle that kind of being, you know, you're at the end of the day, you are, you know, one of the main leaders, you know, the face of base, right? But I know I love how you're humble and you make it about the group. But at the end of the day, like if there's like an issue within the group, it seems like you kind of try to take the initiative to make things right. How do you handle that? Because it's not easy with all these personalities that are being themselves.
I'll be honest, man, it's not an easy task. You know, sometimes I feel like Phil Jackson trying to control Dennis
Oh
Rodman,
man,
Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, Ron
great
Harper,
analogy, man.
Stevie Kerr, and the gang. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's not easy, but um, when, like, as a leader, and when you know people kind of look up to you to kind of tackle some of the issues that do go on, you know, I have to take it upon myself, because, you know, I actually helped create a community, but also try to figure out a way to get the community to get along. And, you know, how I do it is basically I just go right at it, you know, or they'll come to me and then I'll go to that person and we'll try to squash the issue right away,
Yeah.
instead of letting that issue kind of
Loyal.
linger on, you know. And I think that's the beauty of our community, well, the base community in general, is when something does happen, people are open to talk about it, and you see it in the chat, they apologize publicly too, because they
Yeah.
feel comfortable enough, you know what I'm saying?
There was one instance that I'm not going to name it, but like exactly what you just said happened in that instance, and I'm so glad because I'm a fan of both of the people, and you know it exactly happened that way, like where you know they were heated, and it eventually they realized that hey, look, you know this group is means more than me individually, and they squashed it, and now everybody's good.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it, man. And so, like, honestly, like, I've never met such a great group of individuals that were enabled themselves to set aside their egos and their greed to do what's best and what's right for the community. And that's why I'm so bullish on everyone in based. We have
Yeah.
so many great founders, builders, and artists in there. It's really, um, in my eyes, just we've been able to build a sleeping giant here together. And I can't just call the community based, because, you know, all the communities within it. So if I could come up with a name to kind of represent everyone, that would be awesome. But for now, we'll just call it base. But yeah, we got a really base group of intellectuals in there that really work hard, and really dedicated to, you know, master their trade in what they do for this space. So it's
That's
fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
That's awesome,
Yeah,
man.
man. I kind of want to get into like kind of like being the artist, right? Because we know being the like leader of base and stuff like that. But like, let's get into like what makes you create art. Where do you find the time to create art? Because we know you're an entrepreneur, you have a family, you're in the spaces and everything like that. Like what like where's the passion come from, and like where's the time come from?
Well, I'll be honest, man. My passion comes from my father. He was an artist growing up, and as a kid, I used to look at his sketchbooks, and I just be like, "Holy shit! Dad, you fucking drew this? and I used to try and I would just suck, but and his drawings were also very raw. Also, if you take a look at my art here, a lot of it's actually inspired, particularly this collection from the community. So that's how I did come to create it, but a lot of it's kind of inspired by my father and obviously other artists in the in the game like JMB, big guys like that. JMB was huge, but if you look at a lot of the Asian art in the past, you'll kind of see how the rough edging in the lines kind of reflects that. And actually, my favorite piece in that collection is actually the movement, because to be transparent, it like the energy and vibe it brings, it kind of reflects what the bass community is.
Yeah.
And how I love the crown because JMB, Jean-Michel Basquiat, was one of my biggest influences in terms of just being able to be yourself and be raw, because everybody was always looking for perfect lines, and I wasn't a perfect line artist. I wasn't crisp, I was pretty much raw, and that street influence was always huge influence in my life. And to really emphasize the movement, which based is we're a really strong movement trying to do the right things in the market and build with the right attitude. So this piece really means a lot to me. That fist in the air, like back in the day, the Black Panthers, when they were fighting for social justice and doing what was right, for the social community in the world, and to keep peace for social justice. This is what we're doing here over here in Web3 is creating the right movement, the right environment to people to come in and thrive in.
100%. I love it, dude. Yeah,
So what's the next thing for being in based in general? Like, obviously you guys are busy, you're doing a ton of stuff right now, but is there any, like, if you could sum up what you're focused on next, in one phrase, what would that be?
So there's actually two things that I am doing right now, and we've actually added a team member in 3D Eric, and
Nice.
he's going to be working with me exclusively, and we're actually trying to take the digital artifact game to a different level in terms of creating an ordinal. So what I've done and what he's done already, actually, he's got a great collection called Cubes. It's actually AR and 3D, so you can actually use these digital artifacts in augmented reality and in 3D in a metaverse. So they're actually, if you go to ordinals.com, well, I would have to send you that information later, but
gotcha.
he has a collection called 3D Cubes on Ordinal's wallet. It should be viewable there if you take a look. But those are ready-made artifacts for the metaverse. So other Ordinals, when you use them, you would able be to take it out, but it would just be like a block. So let's say like I would create a 3D ball and make it into an Ordinal. For this particular file, which is a GLTF file, which is basically an AR 3D file, you'd be able to take this artifact out and actually use it in actual metaverse. And with RSV.io building the metaverse over there with the BRC 420s, and then other metaverses being built, I thought this was a great way to kind of take Ordinals to a different level in terms of making a usable artifact also. But I think that will be game changing as I think bitmaps kind of gain more steam, and there is kind of builders that decide to come over on that side. So that's why I'm gonna actually be kind of taking a risk and doing a few collections like that. but I still will have my street art coming out. So but with the mempool kind of going crazy right now, um I'm kind of taking advantage of the file sizes, what we can do with the GLTF files right now. So but the second announcement is actually I announced yesterday on the base page is Base Kids. So what I've decided to do with the team, shout out to Mr. J and my dev Alexa. That those are basically my co-founders. We decided to come out with the project called Base Kids, and what this project is going to be the first kids ordinal art gallery on Bitcoin.
Nice.
Yes.
That's
So
awesome, dude.
this has been something in the works for a long time. Actually Alex.sats, shout out to him. He actually gave the idea and recommendation. Originally it was a book idea, but I actually wanted to keep this going for a long period of time. And because the data is immutable and it's going to continuously be on the chain, why not open it up to other people eventually? But it will be open to exclusively first to base pass holders and anyone who holds any of the base collections in terms of base art V1 and the base punks. I'll work with them directly first, and their kids will have the opportunity to put a digital asset onto the Bitcoin blockchain, and it'll be on an uncommon Satoshi also. So
Oh
Wow.
yeah,
Wow, man. This is
I've
gonna be
actually
awesome.
put it aside already, ready to be used. And as the art comes in, obviously when the mempool does cooperate, we'll be putting those up.
Yeah, well,
I'm not going to take all the cost. If they need help with the cost a little, we'll try to do what we can do, but we'll leave that up to the families or the holders that do decide to submit it. And then once that period is over, I'll start opening it to public and getting, but I think we'll probably have to go through some kind of like application process or something just to keep things, in control or something like that. But this is actually my passion right here, because I actually love
man.
kids. I have a daughter. She loves art also, but I used to teach children too also, as a young adult, and children, and giving them a platform and visibility, and inspiring them has always been a really big goal, and one thing that I've always wanted to do. And actually I thought that this was the perfect way to do it, with reinscriptions becoming really kind of a trend lately. Shout out to Donnie from Reform for kind of starting it. And
He was the one
I'm
that
really
did the
excited
rat.
for it.
He did the rat, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, he did the rat. And then he was like, I didn't launch rats. But dude, Bean, this is awesome, man. I mean, when you and base community does stuff like this, it just shows like the substance behind it, right? Because a lot of people could, from the crypto space, and even people outside of it, they look at crypto and they say, it's scammy, it's this and that. Like, this is different where we are over here in Ordinals, in my opinion. There's probably people that try to grift still. There are, right? Some, but when you drop something like this and you focus on the community and you're educating kids, this is the art part is awesome that you're doing a kids gallery, but even more important than that is the education that's going to come along with it, because they're going to be learning kind of like adults are learning about ordinals, right? As they come in. This is new, so I want to give you guys props for this, and I'm looking forward to it, man.
Thank you. And
Seriously
add
awesome.
on to the educational aspect of it, is what we're planning on also doing is actually creating a recursive print off the art, and giving an opportunity for the kids to actually purchase or put their art into their own Bitcoin wallet that their parents or the base pass holder can obviously help them put in. So
Yeah.
I think it's going to be really cool, because they could possibly see the transaction aspect, and but also having the education of being able to use a wallet is at a young age, I think is also a great step forward too, especially I think with the adoption that is going to be coming with the ordinal space and just Bitcoin in general.
Yeah. Well, not just that. Also, you're right on that, but also the programmability part of being art is going to change, in my opinion. You probably already know, you studied it and you see what's happening here with being able to code into art, right? And imagine a kid getting into this now, and then 10 years later, how good, if they got really good, strong passion into it, how good they would be and innovative and being able to create different types of art. I don't know. Maybe I'm using my imagination too much
No,
here,
man,
but
that's the whole reason behind this is, to drive this, and motivate them to really become more creative as, technology, advances. And, like I said, digital art is really just getting started. It's still young and fresh. And there's more to be worked with it. And, I especially also with the developers coming over to build over here
Yeah.
on Bitcoin. It's slowly growing. I've seen a lot of developers start to leave ETH. There are developers that already left early in the beginning in other blockchains. BSV. There's a lot of builders from there. There's some builders from Solana also. So, but we need more developers. That's gonna help our space progress, and we have to kind of accept everyone with open arms and embrace people with the vision and a mission to help grow the space forward, but also be careful at the same time. So
yeah.
100%. I kind of want to get into, so earlier I called Base like an incubator, and a couple of the projects that incubated inside Base were Keck Maxibiz, Goosenals, and so much more. Like what are some of your favorites that came from the Base community, and what are you looking forward to from the actual projects themselves?
well, one of my favorites is the Scullies from Mr.
Yep.
J.
Yep.
He's very educational. He brings a lot of alpha to the game. He knows how to network. So as a founder, he's a great leader. I can't say more. And the art is really cool. He took the time to really curate, that 555 piece collection, and shout out to Ordzar for supporting Mr. J early on when he was really an unknown entity out here in the space, an early builder. And the Ordzar gave him a platform to launch his project. And Mr. J, I mean, from the beginning, when he came in, he barely spoke on Spaces, to be honest. From what I remember, and he kind of shy, and I
remember
think
him
the
talking
guys
about it
have,
and saying
excuse
that
me?
Base opened. I remember him talking about it and saying that Base opened him up.
Yeah, the guys really broke him in. I'll tell you that. And he's like the knee pad collar of the year. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, he's really been able to find himself as a leader, and actually one of the best networkers in Ordinals in terms of building bridges and a lot of opportunities for people. And his patience is really his strongest, I would say. One of his strongest traits. He's able to be patient in every situation, and he's doing like so much. Just being this quiet little guy, just chilling out in spaces, throwing up his emojis, to coming up in spaces, giving education, dropping alpha. Also, what's even more important, he's onboarding people from Web 2 to Web 3. He's traveling from country to country in Asia to these Web 3 events that are not even Bitcoin really concentrated, and really trying to shed the light of Ordinals. Him and Ordzar are doing a great job of that. Obviously I want to talk about another project too is, the Bitcoin Benjis. I think is a real sleeper. Shitcoin Shaman. He is probably one of the best educators in the market in terms of giving, trading tips and stuff like that. He really works with his holders. In terms of like, being a founder, being readily available for his holders, Shitcoin Shaman. I mean, he's always in his Discord, sharing his screen, talking through trades, talking about risk management, giving, certain things that he sees that could be great possibilities. Obviously he's doing it with safe practices, and, he's a really big sleeper. But, we have guys like Hype, who was really quiet in the beginning also, was kind of just soaking everything in. He probably did have a lot of hidden talents that we didn't know about. Usually those quiet ones hit hard, and he was able to find himself and, use his creativity, and also he's a great dev in the background also. People sleep on that aspect too, and really come to create, Keck Maxi Biz, which was a fucking banger. Fucking banger. People sleep on that.
Yeah.
And that's really, I think, what gave him that firecracker. I know that he did have that other collection, Ninja Alerts, that we did, just as a fun thing that, we got to have a little fun in the space because it is a bear market. So, why not poke a little fun, right? So
The poking got some people mad though, right?
Yeah, I think we got some people mad, but you know what? I mean, it is what it is. You got to have a little fun. You got to learn how to take it too, and I think those guys have to understand it. You have to take it as a compliment. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly. You can always turn things into like a positive, right? But when you start to get extra sensitive about stuff, then that's whenever it's hard, and then you kind of you put a stain on a situation. So I agree with you on that.
Yeah, but I mean, it is what it is, and I mean, we're able to overcome it as a community, and still able to thrive from it, and still spark our creativity and our willingness to build, and be patient with it to kind of prevail. And KMB like really hit the spot with me. Actually, I love that project to death, because I was talking about it with Hype in the DMs, and he was able to put his twist on it and just really make it special. And then obviously we got our alpha caller Block, right?
Man,
Block, Eric,
Shout out Block.
Eric's a great alpha caller. There's so many fucking great guys in the community, but he was able to find Goosenals. Domo tweeted about it. Shout out to Domo, thank you very much. Block saw it because he supports Domo and what Layer 1 Foundation is doing. Shout out to that too. I can't wait to see all that kind of work out. And he shared it with Hype, and they were able to use the SVG files that Dimitri created with the generator, and they were able to index it. And Hype kind of took what he's been practicing, from what we were doing, and really put it all into one. And the community was able to focus and build something really, really special with the Goosenals. I think the Goosenals has really stamped what our really community is, and that's just the passion that we have for each other and willingness to sacrifice for one another and build something special. So I mean, we've had a lot of guys like Slim, 1 and 2, gosh, so many guys in the community, Alexa,
Crypto
Queen
Cowboy.
Tiff. I mean, guys coming in and out every day, shilling, Battle Frog, Team Money, I feel like if I forget people's name, I'm gonna get yelled at. But so many great people, man. So many great people. Nikki from Ordzar also there. He's a legend.
Been
We
on the
got
show twice.
you know, Counterfeit Culture, Skull
Prism.
X, Knox is there. I mean, those guys were my two co-hosts in the beginning when I first started hosting spaces. You know, they were the guys that really helped guide me too. You know, because they had previous experiences, but we were able to, you know, grow together in different ways. I mean, their projects are kind of really, you know, great. I would say uh they have a lot of, you know, they make a lot of noise in the market. They're doing very well for themselves. So I'm very proud of what they were able to do. Let's just put it that way. So
100%.
yeah, a lot of great people in our community doing great things for the ordinal space. I can't say enough how proud of everyone I am. It's just fucking crazy. If you look at, like, you know, the charts, I mean, not to like get into numbers, but the amount of attention that, you know, it's been able to garner through all those projects is fucking unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
I agree. I agree. It's been crazy. Watching the Goosenos fly like that. I mean, that's what they're supposed to do, right? They're supposed to fly. But anyway, so this is a part of the show, kind of give you the stage to talk to our community. So this is a time you can really talk about anything you want. The stage is yours.
Shit, man. I mean, fuck, building based has been fucking awesome. A lot of ups and downs, obviously, but you know, I'm here for the long term, and you know, it just I fucking love every minute of it. I can't, I you know, I don't know really what else to say
Yeah.
in terms of bass, but you know, I can't wait to get more and more into my art. There's so many things that I haven't showed you guys yet that I'll be coming out with in the future that, you know, have been prepared, and I am working with, you know, other artists currently right now on other things too that, you know, I really haven't made too public yet also. So I'll be excited to kind of showcase a few artists that I really love and enjoy, you know, looking at what they create and, you know, what they bring to the table also. So but I'm excited to help more people. That's the most important thing. And you know, jumping on these calls in the background with a lot of these artists, builders, and creators, and just giving my perspective of the market, and, you know, hoping that I can give them, you know, that inspiration, and, you know, some clarity on, you know, how they can build their brand. You know, I think that's the beauty of Based is I don't expect them to use the Base name in what they do. My goal is to help build their brand up and build who they are, because, you know, that's, you want people to thrive, you know, with what they want, with who they are also, you know what I'm saying, and feel comfortable doing it. So
100%.
And to be able to do that, I feel grateful. It's real. It's really a blessing. And fucking honestly, I really want to thank you guys too. I think that, to be honest, you, Kimmy, I mean, Yagobi, Shizzy, and Kimmy, you guys are really um, huge role models in the ordinal space in terms of where people go to look for information about, you know, Bitcoin, Ordinals, BRC20, or any alpha. You guys are the leaders in my eyes. Your show every Saturday, just the views that you get here, and it actually made me feel good when you guys asked me, "Hey, Bean, you want to come on the show?" I'm like, "Me? I'm a fucking clown." You know what I'm saying? I'm
We've
like,
been
I just
wanting you
fucking.
on the show for a while.
But you
No,
know, it felt good, man, because it made me feel like, hey, what I'm doing is, you know, it maybe it is working. And, you know, as a builder and a founder, you know, you need to hear those type of things from people within the community in the space to kind of give you that energy and drive to keep going. And I really want to thank you guys, because not only that do you do it with me, but sorry about the train, but you guys do it for so many other artists, builders, and creators that need that visibility and need a fair platform to express who they are. And you guys are my role models, to be honest. You've built really something special with Ordinal Revolution, and you guys are going to be special in this space going forward. And we're going to support you. And and I just want to say thank you for supporting bass constantly. All the shout outs and supporting all the artists, builders, and creators within the community really means a lot to me, because you guys have really, shown a lot of passion to a lot of the, to our builders and artists and creators in our community constantly. And you're part of the reason why Based is Based also. And I wanted to take, the last few minutes to really say thank you so much, because for the Ordinal space, you guys are doing so fucking much. You have to understand that. We need more people like you providing this information and also creating a space for them to share who they are. And the manner that you guys organize and structure everything is fucking beautiful, and I fucking love it. So thank you so much.
Wow,
Thank
man.
you, man. It
We
means so much.
we appreciate the kind words, man. That was it's definitely we appreciate that, man. And like you kind of said, like your whole objective was to build a platform to give people voices, and I felt like y'all's positive energy attracted our energy, and like you have extensions of what Based is, right? And we're just one of those extensions, right? I feel like. So we appreciate it, man. It's been an amazing show.
So good.
Yeah. Thanks for taking time out of your day and joining us in the community.
No, thank you guys. I really think the opportunity to kind of tell people what Based is, because everybody asks what's Based, what is Based, and then this is Based. Artists, builders, and creators coming together and really working together to push this space forward in the correct direction, and educating and supporting everyone in the right way. So thank you very much for giving me that opportunity. So I really appreciate it.
Well, we got to get you back on sometime, and we appreciate having you on tonight.
Yep. Where's the best place to come find you? If I was an artist looking for you, where's the best place?
You can find me obviously in the DMs. Feel free to DM me there. Also, you can find me in the spaces. I'm usually with the guys hanging out, and you can give me a shout out, and I'd love to jump on a call with anybody. So
sounds great. Thank you so much, Bean, man. The kind words are amazing, and everything you're doing for the community and for Ordinals in general, man. It's been an absolutely amazing episode. Can't wait to put this out. Thanks a lot, man.
All right, man. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to the Based fam. I fucking love you guys. Appreciate it all, guys. Have a great evening, and thank you again for the opportunity.
Yep.
See you, buddy.
We'll catch you later. All right, bye.
Absolutely amazing episode, dude. It was so good. So good.
Yeah.
Man. I can't wait to put this one out. So good.
Yeah. Everything we expected and more, right?
Yeah.
Bean is one of those personalities that the more you talk to him, the more comfortable you get with him.
Sure.
He puts the situation at ease. So really loved having. That's why we wanted him on so long ago, right? But we knew he was busy because he's got tons of stuff going on. But like he jumped on, and we appreciate that. And for you guys, they do have a website, basedartist.com. Go check that out. Get more information on that, and then keep your eyes out for the kids gallery, man. That's gonna be huge.
Yeah, it's going. I can't wait for that. I mean, I have a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old, so that's perfect for that. So should be awesome to watch. Yeah, man. So guys, I really appreciate you guys watching, listening. If you cannot watch, you can definitely listen. We're on Apple, we're on Spotify. We do our spaces every Saturday morning, 8 a.m. Just like Bean was saying, come join us there. We really push out builders and really give the spotlight to everyone. And we appreciate every single of you. Thank you, guys.
Peace.